like seeing stuff like this. I like seeing honest and real from teams, from coaches, players. And oftentimes we only get the real when it involves your team. And what do you mean by that? Taliaferro, get to the point here. So the Clippers were the one team that controlled their destiny, right? They were the 3 seed, few games left into the season. They literally could have went out there against some of the opponents that they had and just played Kawhi and PG for 20 minutes, and they would have won against the Rockets and the Thunders, which were the Clippers' last 2 games of the season, right? They could have easily been the 3 seed. But the Clippers saw an opportunity to slide back, especially against the Thunder last game of the season. They saw an opportunity to slide back and get the Mavs for a 4-5 matchup and have home court for it, and they took it. Like, I like seeing things like this. The Clippers were more confident in beating the Mavs, or even it could have ended up being the Nuggets in a weird way, right? Depending on how things played out. But the Clippers, they saw an opportunity. They benched Kawhi and PG, just didn't play him. They just didn't play him at all. Lost to the Rockets, lost to the Thunders, how the Clippers finished their season. They clearly were trying to lose these games, by the way. Don't get that mistaken. They were clearly trying to lose these games. And they did that. And it gives them a matchup against Luka and the Mavs. This is the series that we saw last year, obviously in the bubble. But the Mavs took care of business. It was a physical one, too. Remember, we had a couple ejections. Marcus Morris had a hard foul on Luka, if I'm not mistaken. This one got physical. Porzingis went there. And, now with Porzingis, I guess he's healthy. We'll see. But you got Porzingis, obviously Luka. Tim Hardaway's there. You add Josh Richardson to the mix. Some physicality with Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's playing the best ball of his career. All right. Let's see what we got here. Can Luka be the best player in this series is my question. He is better than Kawhi at controlling pace, better at Paul George at controlling pace, but is he better than Rondo at controlling pace? See, that's the difference. See, Luka is going to have his hands full with Rajon Rondo. Kawhi, PG, and everybody else would be able to focus in on Luka. You got to be able to give me about 40 to 60 points of production between Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Richardson, and whoever steps up to be the third consistent option. I need 60 points between 3 guys on Dallas not named Luka and Porzingis for them to have a chance in this series. That's what I need. So, hey, I am looking forward to it in every series, but I saw what the Clippers did there. They maneuvered quite well to get to that 4 spot, and they avoid the Blazers and the Lakers. The Lakers had a chance to get that 6 spot going into today. They didn't get it. They're 7. They'll be in the play-in tournament. But the Clippers didn't know that when their game started. They didn't know if it'll be the Blazers or the Lakers, but they had already made the decision to sit Kawhi and PG. Trust and believe. They knew before today that they weren't playing. So the Clippers didn't want any smoke. And I thought the best one would have been that Blazers-Clippers matchup coming off of, remember when Portland went home to the Lakers last year in the first round, and the Clippers made some jokes, and then a couple weeks before that in the bubble, Dame had missed some free throws down the stretch, and Patrick Beverly and them were wilding on the sideline. And Pat Bev's got to play, by the way. He does a lot of joking, but he didn't lost his spot on that Clippers team too. But yeah, it was a back and forth, and then when the Clippers lost and blew that 3-1 lead to the Nuggets, Dame and CJ had a field day on social media, and invited the Clippers to Cancun with them. Obviously, the Lakers-Clippers would have been the best matchup overall, but that's a Western Conference Finals matchup, right? That should be for the trip to get to the NBA Finals. Let's not do that in the first round. I don't want to play the Clippers at all, but I damn sure don't want to do it in the first round. That's not how you get welcome to the playoffs, right? So I'm just saying, leave that Lakers-Clippers for the finals. Or Western Conference Finals. I would have loved a Clippers-Blazers first round, but I don't know. Between the Blazers and the Lakers, or maybe both, the Clippers said, nah, we'll take our chances with Dallas.